What's going on, guys? Welcome to Wild West Motoplex YouTube channel. Today we're going to start a series on dirt bikes, and what we're going to focus on is how to choose the right dirt bike for you, and also the different types of dirt bikes, and understand what each dirt bike means so you can make the best buying decision for you. Alright guys, without any further ado, let's get into it. Please, before we begin, smash that like button. Tell 5 people about Wild West Motoplex YouTube channel, and hopefully will help you find that perfect dirt bike. With such a wide and varied selection of dirt bikes available today, it can be daunting looking at all the different types of bikes and choosing a dirt bike that is right for you. Everyone has a different budget and different ideas about what type of riding they want to do. So after doing my research and talking to some of the pro dirt bike riders that work in our shop and learning more and more about dirt bikes, I put together this video to help you make an informed decision so you can find the perfect dirt bike for your riding level and your budget. First of all, there are 6 types of dirt bikes that you want to pay attention to. We have motocross bikes, enduro bikes, dual sports, adventure bikes, trial bikes, and supermotos. Motocross dirt bikes are designed entirely for racing on a closed circuit in competition. Tracks can be either on a natural terrain courses, aka MX courses, or man-made circuits and stadiums called supercross, also known as SX. Obvious differences visually are the long travel suspension, which is usually around a 12-inch region, a lightweight frame and bodywork, and knobby tires for maximizing grip on dirt. As they are not designed for the road, they have no lights, no speedometer, kickstand, mirrors, and usually no electric start. The weight is kept to a minimum, and they are geared lower than street bikes for maximum acceleration, and they are always single-cylinder engines, either 2-stroke or 4 strokes. The seat is much firmer, flatter, grippier than other types of dirt bikes to allow the rider to move around on the bike, but the majority of the time racing is spent in the standing position, so comfort is not the top priority. Recent advances in suspension and braking technology have allowed motocross riders to make massive jumps, especially popular with spectators in stadium-type supercross events. Great examples of supercross or motocross bikes are the Honda CRF series, the Yamaha YZF series, Kawasaki's KX series, and KTM's SXF series. Enduro bikes. They sit in the middle ground between motocross and dual sport or trail. Enduro events are endurance tests, hence the name Enduro, usually from a few hours to several days in duration. They're usually street legal, but only just. They have very small compact lights, indicators, mirrors, a quiet exhaust, and usually street legal tires. They may come with street legal knobby tires as well, but are more suited to harder terrain for occasional road use. They are built for competition, but that doesn't mean they don't also make great trail bikes. Not as comfortable on the road as trail bikes, but okay for short distances. Enduro events are usually held on natural terrain courses, which may include everything from dirt, mud, sand, rock, forestry trails, steep hill climb, and even road sections. Enduros are now divided into several offshoot versions, including extreme or hard enduro events like the Erzberg Rodeo or Red Bull Romaniacs, which include extreme rock garden section and hill climbs, and shorter arena events on man-made courses, which include obstacles like log piles and large tires to cross. Desert racing events like the Taft Fink Desert Race or the Baja 1000 are usually competed using enduro bikes. Good example of enduro bikes would be KTM's 500 EXC, Yamaha's WR250F, Honda CRF 450L, and Kawasaki's KLX 450R. Dual sport bikes are a popular choice. They have to be able to perform well on and off-road. An accurate definition found on Wikipedia says, a dual sport motorcycle is a type of street legal motorcycle that is designed for both on and off-road use. That's pretty much perfect. Dual sport bikes are more road-oriented than enduro bike, and they're not built for competition, although modified versions have been used in competitions. They are designed to be more comfortable on the road for longer distances, usually fairly lightweight with single-cylinder engines up to about 650cc with either a 2-stroke or 4 strokes. By definition, the larger adventure bike can also be classed as a dual sport bike because they are street legal and designed for on and off-road, but I have separated them here due to their generally larger size. They usually come with dual sport tires, which can be anything from 50/50 to 1090 street dirt, and they can make an excellent bike for a beginner. Lighting and instrumentation are usually larger, and the exhaust generally a lot quieter than motocross and enduro machines. Good example of dual sport bikes would be the Kawasaki KLR series. And also Suzuki makes a DRZ 250 and a 400. The DRZ series would also be a good dual sport. And Honda makes a 650 XR, which they've been making for a long time. Adventure bikes. Adventure bikes can be single or twin cylinders and range from 650cc through 1200 or 1300cc, always 4-stroke engines. They have reasonably long travel soft suspension, wide comfortable seats, a windshield, large fuel tanks to handle long distances, and they're designed to be comfortable on the road for long distances at highway speeds, but also tackle off-road riding to various degrees or difficulties depending on the weight of the bike. Adventure bikes are now the fastest growing sector of the motorcycle community, with adventure motorcycle camping now becoming increasingly popular. They're designed to carry either hard or soft luggage systems for multi-day rides. Your choice of adventure bikes is largely dependent on the amount of time and money you want to spend on-road versus off-road. Obviously, the larger adventure bikes like the BMW R1250 GSA take a lot more handling in tricky off-road situations, but are well suited to the road sections of your trip. There's an upsurge in recent years towards lightweight adventure bikes, which can be as small as 250 and are a great option if you're downsizing from a larger bike or just starting out in adventure riding. Great examples of good adventure bikes would be, of course, Honda's awesome Africa Twin, the KTM 1290 Super Adventure SNR. You can also see the KTM 890 adventure bike and the 390 that they make as well. Also, BMW has a long history of adventure bikes, some saying the GSAs being the best riding bikes in the world. We cannot forget our number one pick, the Teneray 700. Now that bike runs around 10K, and because it's such a great machine, it has absolutely seen a surge in people that want it, and they've become very hard to find. Supermoto. A supermoto or super motard is a dirt bike that's been converted for street use. They're usually a motocross or enduro bike fitted with smaller diameter wheels, usually 17 inches or so, with street tires and improved brake, more like a road bike, and other changes like suspension settings. They were first built to compete in special motard races, which included hard-packed dirt sections, asphalt, and even more motocross-style jumps. Or they can just be used as a road-legal street bike. A supermoto can either be a 2-stroke or 4-stroke, but usually it's between 250 and 500cc, unless you ask Ducati, who makes a supermotard that are much larger. Definitely not a good choice for a beginner rider, but worth considering if you like the look and handling of a dirt bike, but want to ride only on the road. The gnarliest section of dirt bikes would be trial bikes. Not the sort of bike for a beginner unless you specifically want to compete in observed trials as a sport. They are very specialized in design. They have no seat because you're never sitting down. They're very lightweight and very low geared. They can be either 2 or 4-stroke. They use very low pressure trials tires that give excellent grip on hard, rocky surfaces. The sport of observed trials requires riders to get through or clean a section with as few points as possible. Points are added for putting a foot down, dabbling, dismounting, going off of the course, and rolling backwards. We've all seen riders do some amazing things on these bikes, like scale seemingly impossible vertical rock faces or hop from one rock to the next. All the best hard enduro riders like Graham Jarvis, Tadej Blasuziak, and Cody Webb come from trials backgrounds. It's the ultimate training ground to improve your bike handling skills at low speeds, but probably best left until you're a bit more experienced. Guys, thanks for watching this video. My name's Watts. If you have any questions, feel free to call us at our main number, 281-392-8852. It's wildwestmotoplex.com if you want to check out our inventory. We're one of the largest power sports dealers in the state of Texas, and we'd be happy to help you. We don't nickel and dime. We don't do any of the fake salesman stuff that you see or the bait and switch things that you see. We're direct, we're honest, and we're sincere. Come check us out, especially if you're in the state of Texas. We would love to earn your business. Check out our website, www.wildwestmotoplex.com. On behalf of the dealership, my name's Watts, and we'll see you next time.